So some of the key experiences in the Limestone Coast are obviously the Mayura Station tasting rooms, which are, again, a one-off experience. The Robe helicopter tours, so in Robe you can do flights over the wonderful coastline. The Make Your Own Blend at Wynns. Wynns is a winery in Coonawarra, so you can actually go in there and blend your own wine and walk away with a bottle with your name on it, and it's your personalised wine which you can which you've tasted and brought to your own flavour. The Narracoorte Caves, as I've mentioned. Coonawarra Discovery Tours, that's a business that will pick you up, drive you around Coonawarra, let you taste all the wonderful produce, and drive you back to your hotel so that you can actually swallow the wine and not have to worry about the driving. And the Mary McKillop Penola Centre. The natural beauty of the Limestone Coast, as you can see, we have some wonderful. The great thing about the Limestone Coast, we have rivers, we have lakes, and we have ocean, all within an hour of each other. We've got the wonderful sinkholes and gardens. The top right-hand corner is a picture of our lakes region. So as you can see, you can walk, ride, drive, anything you want to around the lakes region with beautiful photos. And the bottom pictures of Robe and the famous obelisk, which was used as like a lighthouse in the early days, and they used to actually fire rockets out of there to and send food out to the people who were waiting off the rocky shore. So access. The Limestone Coast is located between the two Australian icons, as I've mentioned, the Great Ocean Road and Kangaroo Island, and it is a wonderful self-drive journey, and spending a few days in the Limestone Coast is a great option. Self-drive isn't the only agenda, so you can fly into Mount Gambier Airport from Melbourne and Adelaide. Now, the Mount Gambier Airport is will be soon under an upgrade, which will hopefully allow for more competition. Because I would suggest if you were flying into Mount Gambier, you'd certainly book early, because we only have the one airline, which is Rex, and the first half a dozen seats are the cheaper seats, and then they get more expensive as they go along. So certainly if you're looking at flying, make sure you book early. And one-way car hire is available from the airports, so you can pick up a car in Adelaide, Mount Gambier or Melbourne and drop it off wherever you're departing from. So there's no need to actually do a round trip. So yeah, again, with the flights, as you can see, Mount Gambier is about halfway between Melbourne and Adelaide. It's about a 1 hour flight, so it's quite an easy flight, and can get you into the region quite quickly. So the drive times, as you can see there for your own benefit. So Adelaide to Mount Gambier, Mount Gambier to Melbourne is around about 5 hours, and that's a very, very easy drive. That's going well under the speed limit. So if you're in a hurry, you could probably do them in about four and a quarter hours, up to 4.5 hours if you really wanted to get to Mount Gambier in a hurry. But yeah, as I said, it's quite an easy drive. Tours. Whilst the Limestone Coast is predominantly a self-drive destination, we have had some interest from some tour companies which have recently visited the region and are considering adding a day to the into the Limestone Coast on the Melbourne to Adelaide. So there's just a few of the companies which have been through the region lately and are certainly looking at adding some Limestone Coast destinations. So Groovy Grape, Adventure Tours, Bunyip Tours, and AAT Kings have also showed some interest for the higher end market too. So we're certainly wanting to work with them to get some more buses through our region.
There you go. So talk to Jeff Adam and make sure you can convince him to make that happen. We're relying on him, so jump on him.
I have spoken to Jeff, and yeah, he was just wanting to organise somewhere where the buses can stop. So he was very excited about bringing buses in through the Limestone Coast. So I guess to sort of finish off, our tagline's always been intrigue, indulge, and adventure. Our intrigue is obviously our white kangaroos. The top left-hand corner picture is of the jail in Mount Gambier, which has been converted into boutique accommodation. So anywhere from backpackers up to families can stay in a jail cell, which is very unique. There's no other place like it in Australia, so it's the only place where an old jail has been converted into accommodation. So it is a very unique experience. And the bottom right-hand corner is why Coonawarra is so famous, because of its soil. It's known as the Terra Rossa soil, and it allows for beautiful wines to be grown. So that's the intrigue. To indulge. So again, indulge is all about the wonderful foods and accommodations in the region. So as you can see, we have wonderful seafood. We have wonderful farm food from the farms. We have the meat. We have jams. We have fruit. We have everything fresh from freshly picked or freshly from the region. So you just when you come to the Limestone Coast, you would just be wowed by the food and restaurants and dining experiences you can have, and not to mention the wine and adventure. So we have wonderful adventures from surfing, fishing, skiing, not snow skiing, water skiing, snorkeling and diving. The bottom right-hand corner photo is of Ewan's Ponds, which is one of the beautiful diving spots in the region. And obviously up in the top left-hand corner we have 17 different golf courses in the region, all very inexpensive, anywhere from green fees of 15 Australian dollars up to about 35 Australian dollars. So with buggies, hire of clubs and all that, you definitely get around under Australian $100. And as you can see, wildlife galore. That's the Mount Gambier golf course, so in the middle of the second largest city of South Australia. There is wildlife all around the golf course. So there's our contact details, so feel free to send any messages through to us that if you have any questions, and we'll be happy to answer them. One of the other things that the Limestone Coast is famous for is its fishing, and it's well worth having a look at that. There's a lot of, you can do fishing charters out of Robe, the Coorong, Port Macdonald and Kingston. So yeah, you do have some wonderful options there to get out and try catching all sorts of types of fish in the region.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Paul. We really appreciate you giving us this great update on the Limestone Coast. We do have a question here
Yes.
from Linda. Are there any 4- or 5-star hotels along the Limestone Coast?
We have a group of 4-star hotels. We don't have any 5-star at this stage. We have self-rated 5-star properties, which are like holiday houses, which you can rent through businesses like Happy Shack, and so they're mainly in places like Robe, where you can actually just hire out our house, which overlooks the ocean. But we don't have any 5-star accommodation as such. The 4-star we do in Mount Gambier. We have places like the Barn and the Commodore on the Park, which are 4-star. The Alexander Cameron Motor Inn is a 4-star, and the Harbour View and Lakeview apartments in Robe are all 4-star as well.
Great.
Sonny Rossi has a question.
Isn't the famous Daw family from Robe? Do you know that, Matt?
The who, sorry?
If John's family is from Robe?
Yes, well that explains a lot.
Yeah.
Good people down there.
Does anybody else have any questions? If you do, obviously feel free to email Paul, myself, or John directly, and we can help answer any of those. And
Sonny Rossi has a question there, Maite. Are you able to read that one?
I don't. Oops. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead, Matt. If you could take it.
I can't see it.
It was the one about John's family.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Answered that for you, Sonny.
Perfect. Well, thank you, everybody. And just a couple housekeeping items. We will be sending through all of the, if you have missed any of the previous webinars, we will continue to send an email out with all the links, including this webinar from Paul. So you can watch them again if you have any additional questions or if you wanted some information that you didn't remember from today's webinar. And the next webinar will be on April 20th, so be on the lookout for that one. We will send an invitation to everybody to join us in April. So thank you, everyone, and thank you, Matt and Paul. And that concludes our Limestone Coast webinar.
Thank you.
Bye.